just going to start attacking. Then what's going to happen is basically it's going to be the same as if black is up a knight. So here's what I mean. For example, let's play the game on. White goes a3, bishop goes here, we trade off, and let's say white plays on, and the game looks something like this. We play on and on and on, and let's say for some reason white never develops this knight. Well, what's going to happen is eventually it's going to feel like black is up a piece. Even though we both have 3 pieces, when we don't use our piece, guys, it's the same thing as being down a piece. So keep that in mind. So that's why white should develop ASAP here. Develop all your pieces as soon as possible. So that's going to be principle number 2. Quick little recaps here. And then let's go principle number 3. And this one is also extremely important. And that is going to be, see your king right here, guys. You lose your king, you lose the game. So this principle is going to be all about protecting your king. Keep your king protected and then starting an attack. This is very important. I see a lot of people early on, they see an opportunity, they get excited, and they attack too early, and their king ends up in danger. So let's look at this game right now. Quick little sample game. We have a hand up. Chelsea, what is your question? Why you record? So we're recording the lessons on YouTube so that anybody who misses them, or if you guys want to review them, then you can look at it on YouTube.
Once today I played a bot, and and she doesn't know how to play chess, so she plays random moves, and when I used a knight and bishop to checkmate her.
No way. That is actually very difficult to do. Checkmating somebody with just knights and bishops.
It's like the king's pawn is not. She didn't move the king's pawn forward.
Oh.
I'm like, what? This is weird.
All right. So nice story there. Let's get on with this part. Yeah. So guys, here I'm gonna play this game about 10 moves along. Now I want you guys to try to tell me who do you think is winning and why. It's actually a very important skill to be able to just look at any position in any game. Let's say we pull up in a random chess game, like move 20. And then you guys just have to say, okay, who's winning and why? Because the more you can recognize winning positions, the more likely you are to make decisions that'll get you towards winning positions. All right, guys, so here's the game. So far, a bunch of trades. Black pushes right in the center, takes, we exchange knights, and the knight develops. And here, white went queen e5, which was not a good move. Right before here, I want you guys to try to tell me here. Who do you think is winning and why? Okay, I see some answers here. White has bond. White has center control. Yeah, okay. 100% white has pretty nice control at the center. Anybody else? Who do you think is winning and why? One person saying white. Lucy says white. All right, guys, so the answer here is white. And actually, so let's talk about what's going on here. What's going good for white is that he's got the center control and the position is very open. Now notice that black is slightly ahead of development right now, but white will soon catch up. So that's not too big of an issue. But here's the key right here. Where is white's king and where is black's king? And we're gonna play this game on after, and we're gonna really see why it's important to protect your king. And also why it's important to castle early, because once you castle and then you attack, your attacks are solid. But if you don't castle, if your king is in danger and you still attack, that's when you get counterattack. That's when your opponent suddenly drops everything, goes after you. White has center control and black has a king that is in open file, yes. So guys, this is huge right here. All right, so now we're gonna get into some tactics from this position. I see a question. Chelsea, what's your question?
Let me just control.
All right. Oops.
Okay. So, so black's king is not castled, but white's king is safely behind this wall of pawns. And white could easily check black.
That's right. So yeah, and I like that check on rook e1. Here's why, because, well, if you look at it, the rook is developed. Now, this is what I wanted to say, and this is also the benefits of castling here, is you can develop your rook sooner. Imagine if you never castle, it's very difficult to develop your rooks. It's hard to put them anywhere. The king is right in the way. So that's why you got to castle, and then your rooks can develop into the game. And also, this open file is going to be very important for white's win here. So white has some really good ideas here. I'm going to show you guys two variations, and each variation has a nice tactical component to it. So guys, to start off, and we haven't gone that much into tactics, but there'll be a mini way to test where you guys are at. All right, guys, so here, there are two really good moves for white, and I want you guys to try to find it for me, or just find me a good move for white that you see. Now, if we look at the position here, black's king is right in the middle. So black wants to castle next move and be safe. So knowing that black wants to castle, what should white do here? Let me know. Okay, well, a bunch of hand up. All right, let's go. Lucy, what do you think, Lucy?
I think white should go the c4 bishop to b5.
So c4 bishop to b5. All right, so to say this, you don't have to say c4 bishop. You can just say bishop to b5. But so this is one of the good moves. So I said I had two, right? This is one. So to everybody who thought of this move, give yourself a pat in the back. Congratulate yourself. Let's see. They can castle. Check with the bishop. Oh, okay. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this rule, but you're not allowed to castle while in a check. So it's actually illegal to castle while in a check. So black has to block the check and then castle. So bishop b5 is a really good move. And also black can't really castle when we play that move. There's also one more move that stops black from castling. And it is a little tricky to find. I'd be impressed if you guys find this. Let's go, Chelsea.
I think someone just gave me the hint.
Uh-oh. Oh, pawn d6.
Or you just sack a bishop.
Sack a bishop. Ah. So not quite, but I really like pawn d6. Now, funny thing is, pawn d6 is extremely complex, but I can't believe you guys found it. So yeah, that was the move. Yeah. And now what pawn is hanging?
What pawn is hanging?
Yeah.
I think just someone.
Now this is not good at all for, oh my God, look at black, guys. No, the bishop's in a pin. The knight
No.
is in a pin. All right, so let's just slow this
Okay,
down.
Black's gonna resign. Very.
So let's slow this down and, oh wait, 1 second here. So let's slow this down and backtrack here. You guys saw how quickly and how crazy that game flipped right away. So bishop is pinned, g7, then can't castle. Yes, bond, g7. They can't castle, only with queen and bishop. So guys, so let's go here. When the position was looking so innocent, so normal, and then suddenly, because black took too long to castle, white started attack. The bishop went right here. Sorry, the rook went right here, attacking the king. Now the bishop's in a pin. Now d6 is an amazing move. The other option was actually just bishop b5, and then d6. But this also works. So it's like the same idea, different move order. Pawn takes, and then bishop takes. Notice how black cannot defend this in any good way. Black goes here, we take. Now it's a fork. If the knight defends, then now the knight's in a pin, the bishop's in a pin, and the queen is now coming from this side. And guys, look at this. White is attacking from the right side, from the middle, from the left side, and all of this because black left his king in the middle. So guys, please castle as soon as possible. Now we saw black's mistake. Let's see what white did with his king. If you notice here, white move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4, castle, and then suddenly everything became so much easier for white. And then we took, and white just began his attack because the king was right in the middle. So guys, remember, protect your king. It's so important to protect your king. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I wanna show you guys a game, like a game that shows all 3 of these principles. So guys, remember, principle number 1, control the center, put your pawns in the center, and make sure that your pieces are supporting it. Principle number 2, develop your pieces, knights and bishops first. And then principle number 3 is gonna be protect your king. I did have one more I wanted to show you. Actually, here, 1 sec here. Let me pull up the game. All right, perfect. We're all good. So let's see. 3, protect the king. Yeah, that's right. Woohoo. All right, guys. So we're gonna look at this example game right here. And in this game, you're gonna see all 3 principles applied. You can see castling. So wait, let me start that the other way. You're gonna see that there's gonna be control in the center. There's gonna be development of the pieces, knights and bishop right away, and castling. And this is at a pretty high level too, but these basics really do work. And here we got a 2090 opponent, but he failed to follow through with one of these principles, and that cost him the game. So guys, without further ado, we're gonna look at the game. Before that, I got a question. What do you think, Chelsea? What's your question?
Um. Forgot.
You forgot? All right, that's okay. So guys, let's look at this game right here. So d4, knight f6. So I played the Nimzo Indian, which is it's my response to d4. So I just go e6 and try to push c5 or d5. But the opening isn't that important right now. What's important right now is I want you guys to keep track of how fast I develop my pieces in castle, and also how I control the center. And also look at how does white do that same thing. So knight f3, so one knight developed. So pawn pushes to c5. The idea is this pawn is right in the center. So the idea of this opening is to get this pawn away from the center, and then our bishop can capture, and black has more control at the center, and then black can push d5. So all these openings, if you break them down, they all have to do with the center. Anyway, so I played that part of the opening. Knight c6, second minor piece developed. So black does defend the pawn here. Bishop e7, third minor piece. Castle. Now white also develops his third minor piece. So guys, so far, tight game, anyone's game. We're both playing the opening really well. b6. So I want you guys to try to tell me here, why do you think I played b6? Because I don't know, it seemed odd. Try to find the reason I played this move. And I'll give you guys about 25 seconds to figure this one out. All right, let's see, chat. Defend the pawn. Okay, defend the pawn. Ah, there you go. Bond sees it. Open the bishop. So defend the pawn. Partially right. Was it Ethan? Yes, partially right, Ethan. Yes, to defend the pawn, but more importantly, because the pawn is already defended, more importantly, remember, develop your minor pieces ASAP. And guess what piece I have left to develop? My bishop. So the choices for me were either play d6 or d5 and then put the bishop here, or go b6 and put the bishop here. So let's look at both scenarios. Let's say I go here, bishop goes here, versus here, bishop goes here. My bishop over here has a longer diagonal to work on, so that's why I chose this bishop. Because remember, bishops are strong in long diagonals, so that's why I decided to put my bishop right here. All right, so let's see what happened in the game. So let's go here, b6. So white captured here, and then white went right here. Tricky move. White is pinning our knight. All right, so this gets very tactical. And all right, so let's see here. What would you guys play here? I'm wondering. Let's go, Chelsea. What do you think?
Let me see. I'd rather play this.
Okay, so I see d5 as one potential move. So thank you, Chelsea. And now what I'll do is I'll see if does anybody else have any other moves. So I see d5 is one move I see. Bishop b7. I really like that move, Nicholas. Bishop b7. And now between those two moves, I'm going to say bishop b7 is the one I played. And the idea is bishop simply develops, and we defend this knight that's being pinned. Now over here, though, there was a mistake. So d5, by the way, is a mistake because the knight is hanging right now. So be careful. Now, white can take the knight. So that's why bishop b7 is a good move. There's also another move that I missed here, which is simply taking the knight. But this one's very complex. This one's like a 4-move tactic. But the idea is if bishop takes the rook, then we play d5 and we trap this bishop. And then we take the bishop. So this is a very sneaky trick. I did not see this trick. So if you guys can see this trick, no, it's not too complex. It really is just a layer deeper. Then you guys have pretty good tactics. But anyways, I played bishop b7. Let's see how the game went. So queen to b6 here, attacking the bishop. So I simply just went queen c7, defending my bishop and defending this piece. So right here, guys, this is the moment that I want you guys to really focus on right here. So right here, this is a potentially even game. White is very aggressive. But notice here, in this position, guys, who do you think is winning? Now, white has a lot of pressure, but black is developed and well composed. White is behind in development a little bit. With all factoring all those in, guys, if you were to favor an opponent, who do you guys like better here? Let's see. I'm not sure. White is more spread out, though. Yes. So I'm hearing black. Jinlei says white is more spread out. Yeah. So white is, you're right. White's got a strong bishop, and the queen is very spread out. So that's right. I do like white's position. White would be winning if one thing, well, if this knight was better developed, and also if black didn't play the following moves. So Thorby, black. All right, guys. So this game, I'd say black is slightly winning. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play 3 moves forward, and I want you guys to tell me again, who do you think is winning? All right, guys. So here's what happened here. 1 second. So d6, knight went back. e5, bishop had to go back. d5, knight had to go back. And okay, I'm going to stop it right here. Who is winning the game now? And if you're not sure, look at the opening principles. Principle 1 was the center. Principle number 2, development, piece development. See who has that better. Principle C, protect the king. Well, both kings are protected, so that's good. So that's between principle 1 and 2, the center and piece development. Who has it better? Black, black. Suddenly it all changed. See, guys, this is how important the center is. Now black has full control of the center, and suddenly white, who had such a nice attacking position earlier, is suddenly pushed back. Okay, let's see what happens now. Again, we push the center even more. And then we push the center again. Now black is just running his pieces away all over. So this is why, guys, you want to develop. So now here, what I did was I noticed that white was very behind in development, and black had this strong center. So what I did was I developed my rook, which wasn't being used, and I made sure my rook is protecting my center. So this is important. So you do want to control the center. You want to develop your pieces, but if you want to do them both, develop your pieces so that they control the center, or they defend, support the center. All right, guys, so let's see how this game went. So here, this looked like a mistake, like I lost a pawn here, but something tactical here. So this is what happened in the game. And then I played, what did you guys play here? So the knight just developed, but black had the lead. All right, what do you think, Chelsea?
Just wait a second.
Yeah, so knight d5 is a really good move. Yeah, just a lot of pressure, a lot of attacks everywhere, and just gives it gives white a lot to think about. And all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this and move forward, and then I'm gonna have you guys figure it out. So guys, to everybody who have their hands up, actually keep your hands up because I'm gonna let you answer here. We're not gonna change the position much. I'm just gonna play white's next move. So white went queen c1 because the queen was under attack, so they had to stop the queen. All right, guys, here black can win a piece here, but black has to play the correct move order. I want you guys to find me the best move order. So how can white win a piece here? And this is going to be a little different from your puzzles because from a real game, but let's see what you guys have to say. Okay, 92. Oh, I wish we could play 92. Not quite because this knight is defending it. Oh man. Yeah, so close though. I like the idea. Let's go, Lucy. What do you think, Lucy?
I forgot.
You forgot. That's okay. Thanks for trying. Just don't forget next time. Bishop takes g2. Bond, how did you do that? Okay, wait. I don't know if Bond had the right idea. Here, I'll tell you guys this. So bishop takes g2. Okay. Well, the king's gonna take. And then what? Notice I'm not playing the moves yet because I want you guys to think about it. Try to visualize this position. So that's right. Bishop takes bishop is the right move. But after the king takes bishop, what does white? No, sorry. What does black do? So let's see here. Recapture was king, attack was queen. You could. So you're focusing on the king here, but there's actually another nice spot here. Let's go, Nicholas. Nice glasses, by the way. All right.
I think it is queen takes the knight
All right.
because
Yes.
it's hanging there
Mm-hmm.
after you first do that, and then the king takes.
That's right. So
No,
takes, and then
yeah. That's what I was thinking. To take.
that's right. And that is the right idea, actually. That's actually exactly what I did in this game. And so we have to take the bishop first, guys, because if we take the knight right now, then our bishop is hanging. So that's why we take the bishop first, and then we take the knight, and suddenly black is up a knight. And so let's see how we can finish this game. Because, by the way, until move 20, let's quickly recap. What got black into this position was simply following through with the opening principles. Black developed the minor pieces right away, castled, and controlled the center, especially towards the end. You saw how important the center is. When white lost the center, white began losing the game rapidly. So guys, bishop develops, that's 3 minor pieces. And then pawn b6 to develop the bishop. So queen blocks. And right here, so black, beautiful move. So I believe that bishop f4 wasn't a good move. Instead, like white should have just captured, honestly, just traded off to make the position a little more simpler. So let's see here. And then the pawns start pushing. And notice how the pawns, they don't just push, they chase a piece away. So they gain black a tempo. And now once black gets the center, it becomes very difficult for white. And white starts making all these mistakes. And then right here, nice little tactics here. Takes. And yeah, guys, I guarantee you, if I did not practice my tactics enough, I wouldn't have seen that. So right here, there's a maiden 3. I missed a check maiden 3 right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if you guys can get this one. And it's not actually that difficult of a one. And it was just like this is a faster time controlled game. So I missed it, or maybe I just missed. I would have missed it anyways. But so here, white went back to G1, and from this position, guys, there's a 3-move checkmate. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm gonna have you guys try to figure it out for 15 seconds, and then in 15 seconds, I'm gonna show you guys one move. So then it's gonna be a 2-move checkmate. And then we'll wait again for 15 seconds, and then we're gonna play one more move, and it's gonna be 1-move checkmate. So, and we'll see how people do here. So it's gonna be checkmate in 3. And if anybody can solve it while it's a checkmate in 3, bravo, you have like 2000 level tactics. Let's go. Lucy. What do you think, Lucy? I'm gonna turn the light on. Oh yeah, keep going, Lucy. Much better. Lucy, are you able to unmute?
I just didn't think of it yet.
You look very comfortable, Lucy. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go, Chelsea. Knight F3. Okay, Bond.
I think I could crack this.
All right. That's right.
And when he moves to the center, did he move to the center?
So double check. Okay. So these are a little more advanced tactical topics here. Yes, king has to go back and then checkmate. Okay, so that is one scenario here. And okay, let's see.
And if the king goes to the corner, then we still go here. And then
All right, so that's a good one. Good job for seeing that. And here I'm just gonna touch on that. What happened here? All right, so we're a little short on time, so we might have to finish this one. But so right here, this was the correct first move. And when the king goes here, or the king goes here, then we got discovered check and then checkmate. Now let's say that the king goes, sorry, not there, king goes up. So here, and you looked at here, missed this variation right here. So let's actually look at it from here. So knight h5. What if the king goes up? So guys, here I believe should be checkmate in 2. And mate in 2, guys. So I think everyone here should be able to solve this one here. Checkmate in 2, but guys, remember, really make sure that you calculate this accurately. So find white's first move, black's first move, I mean, and then find white's response, and then black's winning move. Good job on finding all the other ones, by the way. That was impressive. Let's go, Nicholas. What do you think, Nicholas?
I think it's queen here to yeah, to checkmate, I think.
Okay, so that's a good one. Now queen here. Nicholas, I'm gonna hold you right there. Queen to g2. That's correct. And now white's only move is to take the knight with the king. And then what does black do? So queen g2, king takes h4, and then checkmate in one. Really flex your brain, try to visualize that. Yes. Sorry, yeah, queen takes h2, checkmate. All right, so good job there. That was not an easy one. Did take a lot of thinking, but yeah, so if king h3, then queen to g2. The knight is blocking these two squares, so king has to take. And then queen takes h4, checkmate. So guys, this game ended fast. And remember, it's the opening principles, the basics that got black in this position, controlling the center with the pawns, developing the knights and bishops, and protecting the king. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Imagine fast clock. 2 more minutes. That's right, 2 more minutes. So guys, I'm gonna send the link to the tournament one more time. We're also gonna pause the video